Yeah.
Record it to the computer?
Yes.
Excellent.
Just want to wish a mazel tov to everybody, Sheva and Scott, and everybody else, both sides of the family. Great to see everybody here. Keep talking. Where is? Where's Elisa? Can you get that water bottle? Whoever that is?
And this one chair should be moved out of the way slightly.
Heard Jonah's voice,
Yeah, but that's all we're gonna hear.
you're so sure.
Mhm.
You're gonna walk to her, don't walk toward me. Face each other.
And where's everybody? Estelle? Stand right there next to the chair. Yeah. Not that chair. Right about here. So just put yourself right here. That's good. And we shepherd you.
Take some pictures during this. Yeah, Dave, because you guys are closer. Yeah, do you like go home to get a hold of? Yeah, so I'd say pictures.
You gotta mute there.
There's a way to read it.
I know. Kind of like playing the game.
Yeah, when you have explosive growth like that, and then it moves like it's very hard to scale back. No, of course, but think about how many people are probably it's just hard to do yes. It's turned it less into it's turned less it's turned it into less of a business coach and just more which is great. So good. Let's take it over.
No, he's with First Republic.
He's not. No. He's with Morgan Stanley.
Where are Joey and Larry? Okay, I'll call you up in a second.
I have to. Losing a lot of money. Let me dust right in. I can't let Daniels compound interest outrun me.
So that doesn't matter.
What?
So it doesn't matter.
It will
16.
if I never. It will if I never start. And it's not. If I put it.
Sarah's in.
Yeah, you can probably nail it to the penny.
Probably not.
How old are you?
26.
26. You're working for 4 years, right?
That's a
So I've been saving for retirement, and you don't put away for retirement.
So we're gonna start at 20 grand a year. So, I'm not setting hours. That'd be interesting. We're talking. First, we're migrating over my accounts and have separate.
Sarah's in here. Sarah's in here.
My phone is moved.
Did you get on the iPhone?
See, my phone has officially screwed. Check this out. Look, all of his calls. Look how crazy this is. I'm on lists, I'm on spam lists.
Are you recording? Yes. Are you recording? Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. Everyone just take a deep breath. Let's transition into a place of spiritual, meaningful, memorable gathering. If you have a smartphone, can't imagine who doesn't, would you please silence it, put it on vibrate, make sure we're not interrupted by ringtones. And if you think you're reading something in the service you might have been told, maybe not, but if you were told that you're reading something, and if you think you need reading glasses, please get them now rather than a second before we need them. I'm Rabbi Mark Cooper, the Mohel, honored, thrilled, delighted to be here with this beautiful family. And let's begin with a nigun. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai. We sometimes add words, thus making it a song. Magadu mahasechaya me'odam kumakshivotecha. Those words are taken from the book of Psalms, and I think they're very poignant for this moment. They mean how vast are your designs, how deep are your thoughts, creator of life, God in this universe. I think it's really the right thought from the Bible to contemplate on a day such as today. Let's call on Gabi, Eitan, Aliza, and Estelle to bring the baby into our midst. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai. Magadu mahasechaya me'odam kumakshivotecha. Baruch haba hanimoli shemona. Blessed may you be who come here today to be entered into the covenant of the people of Israel. We've gathered here today to celebrate a bris. We're going to start by calling on Jody and Larry to come forward. Couple more. To light 2 candles. We light candles at a bris because the flame is a symbol for the soul of the human being. The flame is a symbol for the spark of life with which we are all endowed, and a symbol that this is a time of sacred religious gathering, not an ordinary moment in life at all. Candles are lit. And these words of prayer are now offered.
There is a new light in our hearts and in our home. These candles celebrate the birth of this child. Blessed is the woman who bears a child, for she knows how love overcomes pain. Blessed is the man who fathers a child, for he makes a bridge between heaven and earth. Child of light, we greet you with love and joy overflowing from our hearts.
We've gathered here for so many incredible and beautiful reasons. We've gathered to look at this child and see in him the great gift of new life that comes from God. That's a promise that God made to all humankind, that life would be renewed generation after generation, season after season, family after family. It's a promise that God has kept. All around us there are signs of new life, but the birth of the baby is without doubt the most profoundly miraculous and beautiful sign any one of us will ever behold, that God does renew life. So when the baby is born, Jewish tradition asks us to respond to this moment by expressing a sense of gratitude, by saying thanks for the gift of life, something we frankly often neglect to do. We're called upon to express a sense of awe, a bit of reverence, a bit of humility, to affirm that some things in this world happen not because of human cleverness and creativity and ingenuity, Without doubt, some things happen because of that, tall buildings, iPhone 15, but some things in this world happen not because we're so clever and ingenious, they happen because of the miraculous, intangible presence and power of the sustainer and creator of life in our midst. For this child to come into the world, we need, let's just call it what it is, a miracle. Something we simply cannot do entirely by ourselves, and when it happens, we can barely explain it. So here we are today to celebrate nothing less than the sheer miracle of new life coming into the world. We are here today to celebrate parenthood. Elisheva and Scott, your parenting journey now begins. Whatever you have chosen to do in your lives with your incredible talent and your potential and your passion, from this moment on, the core of your identity is mother and father, Ima and Abba. And no gift you ever give the world will ever be more powerful, more impactful than the gift of this child. And we're here to celebrate nothing less than your journey of parenthood, and we now welcome you to offer these words of prayer.
We have been entrusted with the awesome responsibility of raising our newborn son. Each day we will strive to impart wisdom and guidance and show patience to help our son to become a caring, loving person, inspired by the lives of those whose names he bears.
So we're here to celebrate new life, we're here to celebrate parenthood, we're here today to celebrate, I think, family, the idea that we are all in some way uplifted and energized by the family to which we belong, both individually and of course communally. We all belong to the family of the Jewish people. I think it's fair to ask, where would any one of us be without our family? And so we're here to celebrate family, the sharing of wisdom and love across the generations, express gratitude for family, to acknowledge that this child is not just born to Elisheva and Scott, not just to his grandparents, born into a web of love that will nurture and sustain him as he grows and thrives, and he will learn to give love as much as he is the recipient of the love of so many right now. We celebrate family in what may be the most profoundly important way. First, by acknowledging the presence of this incredible great-grandmother. Are there any other great-grandparents?
Two on Zoom.
Everyone, just a shout out of love to the great-grandparents on Zoom, everyone. The two great-grandparents on Zoom whose names are?
Robert and Ruth.
Robert and Ruth, Mazel Tov, and Estelle represent 4 generations of this family's life. They symbolize the continuity of this family's journey, and we celebrate with great-grandparents, and we celebrate with grandparents here today. To be a parent is just to want one thing, and that's to see your children happy and content and living meaningfully and productively in the world, and when you get that, you want one more thing. And that's to see the story of your family's life continue on into the next generation, to become a grandparent. And of course, a great grandparent is the incredible fulfillment of parenthood in every possible way. So let's take a moment now to honor the grandparents, first calling on Jonah and Lenore to come forward. And right after them, Jody and Larry.
I'm thankful for the many joys that have blessed our lives. Now this wonderful moment has happened, a new life, a new child to love, the opening of a new chapter in the chronicle of our family's existence. May our grandson grow in health and happiness and become a blessing to us all.
And now let's call on Jody and Larry.
May the world,
May Elisheva and Scott find joy in the years that lie ahead, and may we be granted the joy of seeing baby grow and flourish.
then our prayer shall have found its answer, that the days and years to come shall be for us times of peace, wondrous fulfillment, great joy and happiness.
Perfect, beautiful.
Actually sit here. So we're here to celebrate new life, we're here to celebrate parenthood, we're here to celebrate family, and I think perhaps most poignantly we're here today to celebrate nothing less than the sheer miracle of the continuing story of the Jewish people. For those of you who know something about where the Jews have been for the past 4,000 years, you know there have been so many moments where by logic and reason we should have stepped off the stage of history, we should have ceased to exist, we should have disappeared into the mist of time. That simply did not happen. Here we are, the tiny Jewish people, continuing our incredible journey in this world, continuing to make huge contributions to human civilization, thriving in the land of our own. You've got to wonder how such a thing is even remotely possible. Look no further than Scott and Elisheva and many others like them. They're here today to affirm that the story of Am Yisrael, the people of Israel, will continue on in their home, in their family, in their community, and most especially the reason for our gathering here today, in the life of this incredible child who's just begun his journey in this world. That, I think, is the essence of what we're here for today, the celebration of new life, of parenthood, of family, and the celebration of the miracle of the continuing story of our people. All of this is symbolized with our people's oldest continuously practiced ritual, that of making a permanent mark on the male organ of procreation, otherwise known as circumcision or milah in Hebrew, which we do here today as a religious ritual, not as a medical procedure. Circumcision is performed countless times around the world every day. Only at a bris is it performed as, well, as a mitzvah, as a commanded sacred act, a symbol of our people's adamant, unyielding determination to continue our journey in this world. We honor that ritual in that context here today. Now we're going to ask that you, Estelle, place the baby on Larry's lap. He's sitting in a lovely chair, which really is a chair or throne of Elijah the prophet. We invoke the name and presence of Elijah at a bris. Zeh hakisei shel Eliyahu Navi zachur latov. This is the chair or throne of Elijah the prophet. We invoke the presence of Elijah at a bris, much for the same reason that we do at a Passover Seder. Elijah is an intriguing character whose story is told in the Bible, in the book of Kings, where he's depicted as a somewhat zealous, fanatical guy. He wants the world to be perfect, perfect peace, perfect tolerance, coexistence, and faith. He does not get what he wants. Whenever we, the Jewish people, though, imagine the world to be that kind of place, then we invoke Elijah's name, famously in the night of Passover, when we are imagining a world free of subjugation and oppression. And we have other Elijah rituals then. We open the door, we have a cup of wine, we say a prayer at the Seder. Here at a bris, when we evoke Elijah's name and memory, we do so, well, because of this incredible child. Maybe he'll be the change maker that the world so desperately needs. Maybe he'll be the guy who inspires everyone around him. And in that spirit, Larry offers these words.
May the world that this child inhabits become a place of peace and compassion, righteousness and harmony. May he seek and contribute to a more just and equitable world. May he help to transform our world into a place of goodness and decency. And may the many people who love him, both gathered in this room and far beyond, help support and guide his path through his life.
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agilati, Bimera Beyameinu, Yavo Eleinu, Eleinu, Imashiach ben David, Imashiach ben David. Heather and Brian come forward. They're followed by Josh and Kim. Josh. Or it says Heather and Brian.
May this child come to know himself and be reverent and humble. May he grow to be a proud member of the Jewish people, inspired and committed to contributing to its welfare.
And now Josh.
May this child be blessed with many gifts. May he develop into a confident person filled with optimism, kindness, and curiosity. May this child come to know that his life is what he makes of it, and that there is always a choice to be made and a solution to be found. May he always have a sense of belonging and purpose, and develop strength of character to be true to himself and live his life to his fullest.
Rebecca and Jeff.
May this child have beautiful dreams which inspire him, and may his pursuit of those dreams be fulfilling. May his successes be many, and when he doesn't succeed, may he learn and grow through experience and go on. May he always give himself the gift of learning something new. May he laugh often. May he always go to sleep at night with that feeling of satisfaction that comes from a day well lived.
We dedicate you, our dear son, to a life of unending growth, reflecting boundless love. We urge you to remain authentic, exchange love freely, and never forget the significance of family, community, and our larger world. Today, we reinforce our promise to lead lives of compassion, serving as your models, and perpetuating the values of our Jewish heritage. We hope their lives will eternally inspire you, guiding your journey to become a beacon of love, determination, and compassion.
So now we're ready for the actual ritual that's enacted here today. There are actually two mitzvot that happen. They happen back to back. They're connected to each other. The first is enacted over a lifetime. We don't think of a mitzvah as something you can do over the course of a life, but you can. There's a small handful of mitzvot that we do over the course of a lifetime. The best, maybe single example, is raising a child to embrace his Jewish identity and his heritage. No easy feat. If anyone can do it, you guys can. And whenever we begin to do a mitzvah, whether it takes us just a moment like lighting Shabbat candles or a lifetime like raising a child, we offer words of bracha, of blessing, to show that that which we are about to do is a sacred act. You now have your bracha to offer as you begin this lifelong journey of raising your son to embrace his Jewishness.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hachmitzo v'britzo shel Avraham Avinu.
Praised are you, sovereign of all life, for inspiring us to continue the chain of Jewish tradition in the life of our son, and welcome him into the family of the Jewish people.
Amen. So that first part of the mitzvah has been launched. You're all here to witness that. You're going to do great. Second part of the mitzvah, as I say, goes hand in hand with the first. It does not take a lifetime to enact. It takes just a few moments, and that's to place upon this child the physical outward sign of belonging to the people of Israel. In other words, to perform the ritual of circumcision, or milah, as he enters the covenant of our people. Technically, it's incumbent on the parents to do this. You can do this if you wish. Otherwise, you could designate someone available who can do it on your behalf. I accept. I've been designated as the parent's personal shaliach. I'm going to do so in that corner. Anyone who's even a little bit musical, sing a nigun to keep everyone captivated. And if that doesn't work, just chat amongst yourselves. Start chatting.
Die, 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 die.
I know, they said
Somebody's more musical, more on key, feel free.
Or just chat. Really not even chatting going on.
coffee stands and everybody's on Thursday. Coffee stands. What? Yeah, she's here.
What else did you
So friends, we now have 2 brachot that we say. First of these welcomes this child into the family of our people. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidash yediv mibeten echod v'she'erosam v'tze'et tzavchatam b'yobri kodesh alkein v'yischazot el chai chalkeinu. Surenu tzavei la'atzil yedidut sharenu mishachman brito asher sam b'v'sarenu baruch atah Adonai korei ta'aberit. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all we see, creator and sustainer of life around us. We thank you for this incredible, beautiful gift of life, for inspiring Elisheva and Scott to bring their beautiful new son to the threshold of a life enriched by the beauty and the warmth of the Jewish tradition, a life graced by the presence of God, a life determined to make the world just a little bit better place through one small act of love and generosity at a time, and in so doing, to make his own life more deeply meaningful, and to that we should all say, Amen. And now, Rabbi Jonah Lehman has the distinct and uncommon pleasure of bestowing his beautiful grandson's name upon him, and I think he may know the name, but none of us do. Ready?
Eloheinu v'Eloheinu, kayem et hayeled hazeh la'aviv u'le'imo, v'yikarei shemo b'Yisrael, Eyal Reuben Ben Yisrael Simcha Elisheva Yael. Yismach ha'av v'yotzei chalatza v'tagel imo v'fri v'tna kakatu v'yismach avicha v'imecha v'tagel yoladetecha. ונאמר, ואעבור עלייך ואראך מבוססת בדמייך, ואומר לך בדמייך חיי, ואומר לך בדמייך חיי. ונאמר, Zachar le'olam brito davar tziva le'elef dor, asher karat et Abraham u'shvuato le'Yitzchak. Yamideha le'Yaakov l'chok le'Yisrael brit olam. V'ne'amar vayamal Abraham et Yitzchak beno ben shmonat yamim, kasher tziva oto Elohim. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto.
Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto.
Eyal Reuben ben Israel Smicha ve'Elisha Yael. Zeh hakaton gadol yiyeh altogether keshem shenivnas labrit, kain yikanes leTorah u'lechokmah u'lemaasim tovim. Amen.
We give thanks to God for all that is good. We declare this child's name to be among the people of Israel. Eyal Reuben Salant, given for his great-grandfather Ephraim Leibowitz and his great-aunt Robin Martin. May this child, who is now so small, grow to be great. May his name be honored by all who will have the privilege of sharing his life. May you, Scott Navisheva, tell your son that he is a Jew. That he has an opportunity, if not an obligation, to try to make the world a little bit better a place, one small act of love and generosity at a time, and in so doing make his own life more deeply meaningful. Eyal, we study our Torah, and you seek knowledge and make a worthy and honorable and virtuous use of the knowledge you gain wherever you go and whatever you do in this big, beautiful world you've just entered. That you always be surrounded by those who love you and care about you and want to share in your life. That you always have a simcha at which to dance and celebrate, and to that we should say, Amen.
We're going to try this. Eyal Reuben. We're going to do it. Eyal Reuben Salant, we are so thrilled and so proud to be your parents and to welcome you. Into the Jewish community today. You are named for two very special people who are sadly no longer with us, but would have loved you more than words can describe. Eyal, named after my papa, Ephraim Leibowitz. The Hebrew word Eyal means strength, might, or courage. We wanted to give you a name that starts with the letter E, along with a meaning that embodies Papa's qualities and the values we want you to bring into your life. You came into this world at 36 weeks and 4 days with a lot of might. You were ready to be here. You spent less than 24 hours in the NICU and used all of your strength to make it out to us quickly and in good health. We pray that you will continue to use your might, strength, and courage to make good decisions in all of your years to come. My papa was a very strong man. He loved his family dearly, was a hard worker, he was extremely generous, and he taught me the importance of building one-on-one relationships. Papa made every effort to connect one-on-one with his children and grandchildren on each of his visits with them. He kept a calendar with appointments and reminders to call friends and even just acquaintances on their birthdays and every so often to check in and maintain these one-on-one relationships. Papa made sure that he knew what was going on in your life and that he was listening when you shared with him. He followed through on these calls, meetings, and visits and always prioritized making people feel special through one-on-one connection. Something that I have tried to embody in my own life is maintaining friendships and relationships like Papa did. The relationship I have with your daddy is the most cherished and important relationship in my life, and I'm so lucky that because of our strong foundation, we get to become your parents together. I'm sad that Papa won't get to meet you, but I'm so grateful that 3 of your great-grandparents are here celebrating with us today. Eyal, we hope that your name and identity embodies the strength, might, courage, and the importance of connection and family. Reuben, your middle name, Reuben, means behold, a son. You are our firstborn, our beloved son. Reuben is the name we chose to honor your great-aunt, Robin Martin. Similarly, we wanted to use the first letter R and the best qualities of Aunt Robbie to be passed down to you. Aunt Robbie was your Grandma JoJo's younger sister, who unfortunately passed away last year. Your daddy has so many special memories of her. Two things stand out most about her. First, her ever-present smile and its ability to make everyone in the room smile with her. Second, the way that she always put family and those she loves first. This was on full display at our wedding. Despite being sick, she was there with the biggest smile to celebrate because family was the most important thing in the world to her. We hope that you share her ability to love, laugh, and smile, and even in spite of the face of adversity, just as Aunt Robbie was able to. Eyal Reuben, we hope that your namesakes will live on through you. May you bring strength, might, courage, smiles, and love into everything you do. You made us into parents, and we are so grateful for this life-changing moment. We are so proud of you. Thank you to our parents, your 4 grandparents, our siblings, your 10 aunts and uncles, and our many other relatives and friends who have supported us through this journey so far. Been surrounded by helping hands, yummy food, love and support all week, and we are so lucky. We love you, Mazel Tov.
Just watch out for that.
So on behalf of the 4 grandparents, it's my pleasure to invite everybody to lunch. And on Zoom, thanks everyone for attending today, and hopefully you'll get to meet Eyal Reuben in person soon. So Mazel Tov, everybody. Thanks for all of you coming. Yasha go off to a mohel.